What's good YouTube, it's the Fitness Psycho here, back at it with another video. And as I promised, it's a follow-up to the last video about the Wim Hof breathing method. Right, so the Wim Hof breathing method. Last video I combined it with push-ups to show how you can do push-ups with no air in your lungs. And in 31, it's not really an exercise that you do for endurance. Push-ups are for endurance, but Wim Hof method isn't really for endurance. When it comes to exercise, if you were to combine it, it's for strength. But for a lot of people, push-ups are quite hard. So if you can't do push-ups, if you can only do like 1 or 2, up to 4, if you can't do any, do that method and then do the push-ups, and I can guarantee you'll be able to do more than you could already. If you could do about 10 even, you'll be able to do more. You'll probably be able to do 20. I just felt like I should breathe. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you the full method on what to do. I'm not going to do the whole thing myself because it will take a long time, especially because I'm quite used to it. The breath retentions I can hold for quite a long time. But let me go through it here. So, before I tell you the benefits, I'm just going to quickly show you what you do. So this is what you do. You want to breathe in as deeply as you can. Doesn't matter what hole it comes from, your mouth or your nose. Just breathe in as deeply as possible. So I'm going to demonstrate here. So you go. So you see how I breathe in fully all the way, right? All the way. You want to try and breathe through your diaphragm to your chest to your head. So that's a full breath. You want to also be in a very comfortable position. I'm doing it in this sort of position here to demonstrate. If you want to do it laying down, I like to do it laying down. But when I do it like this, I feel more, say strong. I feel more firm and confident, but it's nice to do it laying down. Just find a comfortable position for you. So, as I was saying, you breathe in fully, and then you breathe out, but you don't blow it out. You just let your breath return back to how it was before. So you're going, so that breath out, that's what you want to do. So you want to go, like that, right? You just want to breathe it all the way in and just let it go. Don't breathe all the way out. Don't go. You don't want to do that. The whole idea is to get more oxygen into the body than carbon dioxide. You want to get carbon dioxide out the body, and oxygen in. So fill all your body up with oxygen. What this will do is it will raise your body's pH level, which is a good thing. It's optimum for performance, health, anything like that. A lot of diseases and illnesses can only be present in an acidic environment. So when you raise your pH levels, you're raising it to a slightly alkaline state, which is very beneficial. So after you've done that breath thing, you do that about 30 times. When you're starting out, count it. When you're really used to it, you'll just know. Maybe count like every 10. You just know. And you'll do it around 30 times, right? So after you've done that 30th breath, I'll say, you go, and then you just blow. Now you let it all out. You go, and you hold it. Like that. So you're just going to hold it. You breathe all the way out, and you just hold it. Hold it for as long as you can. As long as you can until you feel like you really do need to breathe in. Don't force yourself if you don't want to. But the longer the time period of you holding your breath, the better, because you're gonna be producing more adrenaline. But the adrenaline you get from this, Wim Hof has said that you can produce the amount of adrenaline that someone will get and produce naturally doing their first bungee jump in fear. That's pretty mad. So you hold your breath out for as long as possible until you really feel like you're breathing in. I like to hold my breath when I do this. Sorry, I mean, I like to close my eyes when I do this because it's really weird sometimes. If you put on a blindfold, it's very weird because you start seeing things. It's not the point of it, but it's just a cool thing. It's kind of interesting. Maybe when you're used to it, you can experiment with that. Wim Hof will say that that's DMT being secreted in the pineal gland. Obviously, there's no 100% proof of that, but you know, it's a good call. It's a good take. Let's say it's a good claim. That's it. It's possible, and I can say you definitely can see some. And this will definitely, you can get high off this, man. You can fully get high off doing this. Now, the last phase, last bit. So when you feel like you need to breathe in, you breathe in deep, So imagine you're there, you're like, breathing deep like that. And then you hold it for 15 seconds. And then you like squeeze it into your head and everything. And this point, this is where you really start to see things if you have your eyes closed and stuff, which is weird. It's really weird. But this is just, it's a very weird thing. You might want to hold it for longer because it's really weird, but don't. Just let it go after 15 seconds. Unless you're trying to experiment with something different. So, that is one round. So you're breathing in quickly, sorry, all the way in, or a little bit out, breathing all the way in, just 30 breaths. Then you hold it after breathing out. Let's say you want to get over a minute each time, let's say, but it's fine if you can't do that. I don't know how much I did in my first time, maybe it was only 40 seconds. Right now, the most I've ever done was 3 minutes 40 seconds with holding my breath with no air in my lungs, right? That's a good amount, but I'm used to this. I do it every now and then. I do it every now and then. I do it a couple of times a week. But, you know, the more you do it, more consistently, the more lung capacity, vital capacity you will gain. Once you've done all of that, once you breathe in again, if your mouth might get a bit dry, you might throw it in, just have a sip of water if you want. Don't have to though. And then go straight into it again. You don't have to go immediately, but it's nice to. Just going back into it, just go. So imagine you breathed out, and then you breathe in all the way, you breathe out, and then you go again. Like that, right? You just do that 3 times. Do the whole thing 3 times. You can go longer if you want. Sometimes it's really nice to go long. I've gone 6 times before. People say you can get psychedelic effects off doing it 6, 7, 8 times. I mean, now I'll tell you this now. I've done that. I haven't. People say you hallucinate. That hasn't happened to me. I have a closed eyes visuals, but that's not the point of this. It's just something that you might want to experiment with if you're like that. But what this is actually for is to raise your pH, which will make you happier. It will remove stress, remove anxiety. So you won't be nervous. You'll be very calm. You'll be in a very calm state. The amount of oxygen you have, you might feel like you're high. You might feel like you're fully out here buzzing, which is a very weird feeling. If you don't want to do drugs, just do this. You might feel 5 minutes where you're high. It's very weird feeling. But it's a nice feeling. There's no side effects. No bad side effects about this. The only problem is when you're breathing in, I forgot to say, when you're breathing in, you might feel tingly hands. You might feel lightheaded, loose in the body. That is good. You want to feel that. Your fingers might feel very tingly. You want to breathe towards that sensation. Breathe to and really intensify it, because that is a good thing. That's what you want. That means what you're doing is working. And even when you're squeezing it, you might feel like you're about to blow up. It's a really weird experience sometimes. You might feel like it's too much for you. We're going to blow up. I can tell you you're completely fine, because I've done this enough. You're fine. But if you feel like you're too scared to do that, then yeah, okay, maybe calm down. If not, just go with the flow. Just let it happen. And it's very, very rewarding. Now, fully the benefits. So I've gone through some of them. Everything is health, right? So by raising your pH, less illnesses and diseases will be able to affect you. You'll recover quickly from illnesses. Your immune system would be boosted tremendously. If you combine this with cold showers, wow. That's all I'm going to say for now. I've got to make a video about cold showers now. That's all I'm going to say, wow. Hold on, are there any more benefits I can think of off the top of my head? I mean, there are many more, but not off the top of my head. So I suggest you try this out, do it a couple times a week, even do it more. Just do it when you feel ill even. And I forgot to say, try and do it on an empty stomach. It's the best time to do it. Empty stomach, best time. With all that being said, it's the Fitness Psycho. Back at it, telling you and everything. I'll see you in the next video. Psycho out.